I am leaving the Google store in Williamsburg with none other than the new Google Pixel Watch. I'm about to spend a week testing this watch for a full review. Come along. The Pixel Watch is a pretty clean and minimalistic smartwatch. It comes in just one size, 41 millimeters, and features a rounded design with a 3D glass dome. This raised bezel does kind of distract from the large bezels, but it doesn't change the fact that a large portion of the display on the Pixel Watch is basically unusable. I will say I think it helps that a lot of the interface and the watch faces are very dark, so that kind of conceals the bezel there. And speaking of watch faces, there are 19 watch face options to make a library of, and most have pretty good complications for Fitbit, heart rate, things like that. You can navigate the Pixel Watch with swipes or with a digital crown on the side that looks quite similar to the Apple Watch's digital crown. The digital crown does have some tactile yet subtle grooves, which felt very nice to use in my opinion. Right above the digital crown, the Pixel Watch has a small button that opens your recently used apps menu, which I might add is a convenience that only came to the Apple Watch's side button this year. In terms of style and customization, the Pixel Watch comes in 3 colors: silver, gold, and matte black like I have here. Google is launching the Pixel Watch alongside a range of interchangeable straps. There are 7 total band types in a multitude of colors, all of which are exclusively compatible with the Pixel Watch. Swapping the bands does present a bit of a learning curve, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who's going to feel that way. It's a proprietary mechanism, a small button next to the strap that you have to press when you want to take a strap on or off. You can see I really struggled with it at first. There was a moment where I thought I was not getting this strap back on the Pixel Watch, but after a few tries, I did get the hang of it. Okay, I know how to do it now.
Now you know how to do it.
Yes. What probably won't be much of a learning curve for anyone that's used a Wear OS smartwatch before or uses Google programs is getting the most out of the productivity and communication features on the Pixel Watch. It offers practically any program that a Google user might use on a daily basis. So Google Maps, Gmail, Google Pay, Google Assistant, Google Home, YouTube Music. I'm probably forgetting to name a few. Literally, I've only had the Pixel Watch for 24 hours at the time that we're recording this, and it's already been so helpful. I used Google Maps to get home from an event last night. I had Google Calendar send me an alert 10 minutes before a meeting I forgot I had this morning. I turned on all of my Philips Hue lights with Google Home, and I've asked Google Assistant plenty of queries so far. Having Google Assistant here is actually a huge perk, an expected one, but a huge perk nonetheless. It's very good and as reliable as Apple Watch's Siri for things like setting timers, checking the weather, things like that.
Set a timer for 25 minutes.
Many of the, other Android smartwatches I've tested, new and old, do run Wear OS, but it's different. The experiences I recall with watches from Fossil, TicWatch, and even Fitbit and Samsung, they do have some Google services, but they never have the entire gamut, so to speak. I cannot emphasize enough how immediate the impact is of having a Wear OS watch from the company that backs Wear OS. But something that's not so immediate, or I had to take a few days to kind of feel out, is Fitbit's role in this watch. As you've probably heard by now, all fitness tracking does happen on Fitbit's platform for Pixel Watch.
It is 7:45 in the morning on a weekend. It's quite early, but I'm up because I'm going to hot yoga to try and earn some active zone minutes. It's a little more intense than regular yoga, so I'm sure I will bank some. And now the goal with active zone minutes, it's a metric that Fitbit uses to encourage you to get moving for either 150 minutes of moderate activity or 75 minutes of intense activity per week. And those guidelines come from the World Health Organization.
A very sweaty hour. I did get 15 of those active zone minutes that I was talking about before. But what was actually very interesting to track during this yoga practice was my heart rate on the Pixel Watch compared to my Apple Watch that I was wearing at the same time. Google promised that the Pixel Watch would have a very up-to-date, even maybe best-in-class heart rate monitor. And I have to say, it did update faster than my Apple Watch throughout the entire hour. It's a beautiful day, so I'm out here for a walk with the Pixel Watch. Now, walking is probably my most used workout type, but when I do want to switch it up, the Pixel Watch has over 40 workout types built in through Fitbit. Now, one of the ways I might decide which of those workouts to do is my daily readiness score. I've been a fan of Fitbit's daily readiness score since the feature came out, and if you've used it before, you might know that it is a recovery tool that uses your sleep tracking data as well as your activity data from previous days to tell you how ready you are or aren't to get moving that day. Now, my readiness score is actually pretty high today. I got a great night of sleep, took it easy yesterday, so now I am ready to hit the track. With Fitbit Premium, which costs $9.99 per month or $80 per year, you unlock more advanced features like a daily readiness score, which is a great recovery tool that I've used on a few different Fitbit devices before, and I still like it here. You also get things like sleep tracking analysis, meditations, wellness reports, and more. Now let's talk about the Pixel Watch's battery life. I woke up this morning, I charged the Pixel Watch up to full from about dead. It took like an hour. Now, I left for this workout with 95% battery life, and after 1 hour of fitness tracking with GPS use, I am down to about 75%. So that is a 20% decrease with 1 hour of GPS use. Now, I have not gotten the promised 24 hours in any day that I've been using the Pixel Watch, and that's because I often do track my activity for usually about an hour and a half to 2 hours per day, and that is going to deliver a lot of battery life drain. So that's something to look out for. If I did want to extend the Pixel Watch's battery life, I could enable Battery Saver, which has been on Wear OS watches before. The Apple Watch just came out with low power mode this year, but what this will do is turn off some battery draining features, and that way I should get a little bit more juice out of the watch.
After spending almost a week with the Google Pixel Watch, I can say it's not a perfect smartwatch, but it is the one that Pixel phone users have been waiting for. Good looks, smart software, and the help of a certain acquired company's fitness tracking features make a very strong showing for a first-generation device. Separating the device's true performance from all the excitement of a brand new flagship smartwatch for this Pixel Watch review was not a simple task. The best of Fitbit and Google united, it almost sounded too good to be true, and for the most part, it actually lives up to its promises. Google Apps run smoothly with a lot of convenience, and Fitbit's health tracking is as holistic as ever and elevated by a great heart rate sensor and Fitbit Premium features. But as the days went on with the Pixel Watch, some inconveniences presented themselves that aren't necessarily what I would like to see from a $350 smartwatch, though again, these are all very unsurprising for a version 1.0 device. The battery life feels very un-Fitbit, and I'm convinced the big bezel is a missed opportunity. There was also a worrying moment when I thought I would never get the watch strap back on my review unit, though I did eventually get a grasp on the interchangeable band mechanism. Despite these reservations, the Pixel Watch offers a wearable experience different enough from the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 and similar enough to the Apple Watch Series 8. By that, I mean Wear OS on the Pixel Watch surprisingly stands apart from the software on Samsung smartwatches in a way that reminds me of the intuition of the Apple Watch. I do happen to think it's worthwhile for the excitement of a first edition product, especially if you've just picked up a Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro. Still, I already have the gears turning of what I want to see from a second generation model. 2 size options, more health sensors, things like that. So, is the Pixel Watch your next smartwatch? If you're still not sure and want to learn more about my experience with the Pixel Watch, check out my full written review on tomsguide.com. Also, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Tom's Guide to stay up to date with all the products we're testing. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.